Shalom. This is Ayala Zonnenschein representing Judaism. Judaism is a spiritual path that is rooted in gratitude. Our Hebrew name, Yehudim, actually means gratitude people. Our history is riddled with trauma and loss, from being exiled from our homeland over 2,000 years ago when our holy temple was destroyed and we were taken to Babylon as slaves, to the pogroms of Europe, from the devastation of the Holocaust to finally reclaiming our ancestral homeland, the modern state of Israel that has contended with war and terrorism since its rebirth in 1948, when 850,000 Jews of the Middle East were expelled from every Arab majority country with just the clothes on their backs. Who hasn't seen Fiddler on the Roof? My own grandparents share that story of the trauma of persecution, forced to leave what they thought of as home in the Ukraine in order to find safety here in America at the turn of the century. We have known trauma and loss. So what has kept our people going? What has kept us alive through all of this and still does? Gratitude. And through gratitude, hope. The national anthem of Israel, Hatikva, literally means the hope. For 2,000 years, we never stopped longing for Zion, Jerusalem. Every morning when we open our eyes, we say this prayer of gratitude. Moda ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shechazarta bi nishmati b'chemla, Rabba emunatecha. Gratitude for waking up, for having our soul restored to us, and having God believe in us yet another day. Then we give thanks for our body working, for our breath, and so on. Our sages teach that we should say 100 blessings a day, 100 moments of gratitude every day. Feeling gratitude allows us to go on through challenging times. How are we able to feel gratitude even in the darkest of times? There is always something to be grateful for. In the hell of Auschwitz, some of the starving and sick concentration camp inmates managed to find some oil to kindle the flames of Hanukkah, of hope, even in the darkest of places. Our liturgy is filled with gratitude. This chant comes from the Psalms of King David. Kosi revaya, my cup is overflowing. Kosi revaya, 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 kosi revaya. Leonard Cohen wrote, "The crack is where the light gets in." When our hearts crack open in pain, that is where we grow from. So eventually, we can even be grateful for the pain. We are about to begin celebrating the Jewish Festival of Lights, Hanukkah. The story of Hanukkah is tied to the 2nd century BCE revolt against the Syrian Greeks, who conquered the land of Israel, forbade Jewish practice, and took over the Jerusalem temple, making it a shrine to their gods. But a brave band of fighters, led by the Maccabees, beat back the Greeks, recaptured the temple, and even established Jewish self-rule in the land of Israel. This was the first recorded struggle for religious freedom. Hanukkah means dedication. When the Greeks entered the temple, they had defiled all the oils that were in the sanctuary. When the Maccabees, a ragtag band that were outnumbered by the Greeks, overcame them and emerged victorious over them, they searched and found only one cruse of oil that was placed with the seal of the high priest, undisturbed by the Greeks. And there was sufficient oil there only to light the candelabra for one day. But a miracle occurred, and the light lasted for 8 days. So Hanukkah became a holiday of praise and thanksgiving. On Sunday night, we will light the first candle of Hanukkah, and we will say a prayer of thanksgiving for the miracles that was done for our ancestors. Just as in many other spiritual traditions, we illuminate the darkness with hope for a better future. We use one candle, the shamash, or the helper candle, to light all the other candles each night, starting with one until we have 8 candles glowing on the last night of the holiday. What we learn from this is that the shamash doesn't lose its light by sharing the light, nor do we lose our light by sharing our light with others. We have been through almost 2 years of the darkest times of our lives. The loss of life is overwhelming. The isolation for so many through this pandemic has been unbearable, and we continue to lose lives. What can we be grateful for in the face of so much loss? How do we recover from this trauma? Focusing on gratitude keeps us from despair and allows us to feel hopeful. May we all be blessed this holiday season to be grateful for all we do have and spread our light to those whose lights may be just a flicker. Today, we can grow together through this challenge. I want to share this beautiful poem by Alden Solovey, a Jewish poet. An amazing life. This is an amazing life, a gift of moments, precious and dear, profound in sorrow. This is an amazing life, a gift of moments, glorious and holy, rich in laughter, rich with tears. This is an amazing life, a gift, a song, a fantastic story of solitude and adventure, a tale of darkness and light, a psalm of frailty and endurance, a poem written in time and motion, in stillness and silence, in shouts and whispers, in mourning and wondrous celebration. This is an amazing life, a river of blessings, a gift to cherish. In awe and wonder, blessed are the gifts of life. Blessed is the giver of life. Blessed is this amazing life. There's a Yiddish proverb that says, if you cannot be grateful for what you have received, then be grateful for what you have been spared. And finally, this chant from the Psalms of King David. Teach us to treasure each day. Limnot yameinu, limnot yameinu, limnot yameinu ken hoda, menavi levav chochma. Limnot yameinu ken hoda, menavi levav chochma. Teach us to treasure each day. Teach us to treasure each day, that we may open our hearts to your wisdom. Oh, teach us to treasure each day. May you all have a blessed Thanksgiving holiday.